Hello friends, thanks for stopping by. If you're new here, welcome to my unintentionally excessively purple bedroom. Today we're doing a 8-month HRT update. So I'm 2 weeks late getting this video up to you because last week I had a flare up and I was really sick all week, and the week before was the insurrection and I was having panic attacks, so I didn't get anything done. So YouTube's been deleting comments. It's been false flagging things that I think are offensive, but absolutely are not. So if you post a comment and it gets deleted, just try again with some different verbiage or whatnot. I only delete the transphobes, and having a conversation is kind of the whole point of the channel. So to have YouTube removing comments and blocking up the conversation. So if I don't respond to you, I try to respond to everybody. If I don't respond to you, just check to make sure that your comment was not deleted. Okay, so my journey. I am currently taking spironolactone 100 milligrams twice a day, estradiol 2.1 milligram patches twice a week, and progesterone 100 milligrams once a day. I started this whole journey. I took spironolactone for about 2.5 months before I added estradiol to it, and the spironolactone also was increased at that time, and that was 8 months ago. That's what we're talking about, HRT. 2 months ago, at the 6-month mark, I started the progesterone also. So we'll talk about everything that's changed in the last month as far as all that stuff's concerned. We are going to talk about any firsts that I had this month, and then we're going to talk about physical changes, emotional changes, and lifestyle changes. That's the normal format that we do. When it comes to lifestyle changes, I don't actually have a lot of big specific changes that I've made this month. So instead, I'm just going to kind of talk about some of the broader things that have happened, broader changes as far as the way people treat, whatever. We'll get to that part. So I found this cool trans timeline on the internet that broke down everything. And at 8 months HRT is where we'll start to see more dramatic changes. So things are finally starting to catch up and move along, which is nice. So let's get into some firsts. Last month I talked about some medication side effects that I was having with progesterone. I was having some anxiety and heartburn, I think was the other one. Nausea. Nausea. That was the other one. I know how to speak, really, I do. So that has gone away almost completely. That's been completely taken care of and is no longer an issue, although it was pretty bad for the first few weeks. Another big first, a big part of my journey into womanhood, is I got mansplained for the first time online, and it was gender affirming, but also really obnoxious because this guy was trying to mansplain trans people to me, and he was also trying to mansplain Stonewall, which no. I did a video back in June where in the middle of my rant I started talking about Stonewall and I forgot Marsha P. Johnson's name, so you can bet your ass that I went and did a whole shit ton of research to make sure I didn't make any mistakes like that ever again. So the fact that this guy was kind of erasing trans, or attempting to erase trans history, large parts of trans history, and telling me I was wrong was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It was in a LGBT subreddit. For the holiday, my girlfriend got me this. It's a at-home laser hair removal tool. I made a video about different ways of getting rid of facial hair and kind of what different things meant, and I talked about one of these, and I got one. So that's cool. I'm going to try it out. Or I've been using it about a week and a half now, and I don't really have anything to report about it yet, but I will let you guys know next time. Also, it came with these absolutely awesome Blues Brothers shades. I don't know if there's anything special about these shades. I'm assuming not, that they just block the UV laser so that I don't blind myself. So let's get into physical changes. As far as upper body changes, with the progesterone, I'm finally starting to get some physical changes again, whereas I kind of plateaued for a while there, which if we look at that chart, we can see that I'm at a point where I'm going to start really seeing changes again, which is nice. So when it comes to breasts, they are a bit more pronounced now than they have been. They're fuller and rounder, but they haven't really gotten any bigger. My band size has gone down a little bit, and they've gotten a little bit bigger, but not quite enough to change cup sizes. So I was a 38 AA, and now it's like a 37.5, so I'm essentially still a 38 AA. Nothing special going on there, and they're not very sensitive because they're not really growing. As far as body hair, my chest hair seems to be thinning out quite a bit, which is nice. I wasn't seeing any kind of hair loss changes, so the progesterone seems to be doing the trick. When it comes to my lower body, my hips have gotten curvier. This curve right here has become a lot more pronounced than it was. I have a pair of pants that I used to wear all the time that I really, really liked, because they were men's pants, but they had a lot more of a feminine cut. But anyway, so I used to really like them, and I kept them when I was getting rid of all my boy clothes, and I went to put them on, and they didn't even remotely fit around my hips. So I'm not a 36 anymore. Actually, I think those were a 34, so they would have been really tight anyway, but whatever. Just, my hips cannot fit boy pants around my hips anymore, and I actually kind of love it because why wouldn't I? My leg hair seems unchanged. Doesn't seem to be any lighter, any thinner than it was. However, my absolutely wonderful girlfriend also got me, in addition to this, got me a gift certificate with our stylist so that she can do some waxing. So I'm going to have my legs waxed by the time I see you guys next, which I absolutely will be showing off. Don't worry. It's the first time I've ever really had anything waxed. I had my brows done, but I don't think that really counts. So it'll be nice. It'll be interesting to see what that's all about. And I will, of course, tell you guys all about it next time. I also mentioned before one of the physical problems that I was having is my nipples were chafing like really, really bad. To like, I was starting to get little calluses on them. Wasn't nice. Because any shirts that I wore, even tight ones like this one, still moved around and rubbed around. But I got these bras. My girlfriend also got me a nice set of bras that fit. And they have nipple shields in them. So they don't move and they're soft. And so that chafing has completely gone away in the last couple of weeks, which is nice. So let's go from talking about boobs to talking about emotional changes. Emotional changes is one of those things where I had a lot of pretty substantial changes in the beginning, but then it plateaued off. But now I'm having a hard time. I'm having a really hard time. Like, part of the reason I didn't get a video done the last 2 weeks is because my life is just hard. My ambition, my creativity, it's all just kind of tanked. I'm not doing great, and that really sucks. And I don't really know what to do about it aside from kind of hope that it passes. It's hard. Like, I really want to get more content out to you guys, both here and on the other channel. But it's almost like I've got writer's block. And I don't think part of it is I'm bipolar. Part of it is the fact that it's wintertime, and part of it is just the overwhelming existential dread of the world at large. You know, it could be I'm not getting enough vitamin D. It could be that there are Nazis storming the Capitol. Who knows? Probably a combination of both. But I'm trying, and I'm hoping that things will start to pick up and start to get better. So We'll see. So let's get into something a little less depressing. I always like to talk about lifestyle changes in some sort of thing as far as lifestyle that I have done that's different. However, this month, and really for the last few months, I haven't really made that many changes because I was already kind of living authentically. So instead, what I want to do is I want to kind of talk about some of the bigger, kind of broader things that have changed. Things that don't necessarily warrant like one particular mention, but have definitely been noticeable. People in public treat me differently, not in a bad way at all, but they definitely, like, I get a lot more help in grocery stores now than I ever did before. Like, women are just more comfortable around me and thus more interested in helping. And men, straight boys, are just so over the top. They will lead me around the entire store trying to help me find whatever it is that I'm looking for. And it's nice. But it's just very different because, guys don't have that experience. Not really. So people have been treating me a little differently in more personal settings as well. Straight boys and chasers and so on are all things that have ramped up a little bit. Not necessarily in a bad way, it's just I understand now why women are always like, men, I'm so sick of them. I get it. My father-in-law made a joke that men weren't necessarily good for much of anything. Women are the ones who know everything that's going on. Or he said that men are only good for opening jars and moving snow. And he said he was kind of envious because pretty soon the secrets of the universe were going to open up to me. My cat is snoring. I doubt you guys can hear him, but he's snoring his brains out. Anyway, so if you have any questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments. It's always nice to hear from everybody, especially since I'm not really back on social media. If you happen to see this like on Reddit or in a Facebook group or whatever, then feel free to carry on the conversation there. I really enjoy getting to talk to you guys. That's why I do what I do, or one of the reasons I do what I do. And if you end up liking what I have to say, give the video a thumbs up. That really helps out the channel a lot. Leave a comment. All that stuff really helps me out. If you enjoy this and other stuff, I welcome you to subscribe and be part of the journey. Next time we're going to be doing a 9-month HRT update. Because I'm so late on this one, that's going to be the next one. 9 months also will be the 1-year anniversary of this channel. So I want to do a video that's a bit of a retrospective. That is broad changes of what the first year of my transition has been like. And then after that, I'm going to do a video about what I learned leaving social media and what I learned going back and then leaving again. And we can talk about different ways that you can analyze that as well and see if maybe you need a detox or some time away or just to reapproach the way you do things. And you can also be part of the journey on Patreon. You can join this wonderful person right here. $2 a month helps me make these videos and videos on the other channel. Link in the description, patreon.com/Pandora Studios. Thanks for stopping by and being my friend. Stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you guys next time. Bye.